how long have you been here? And the response he got was before Earth and before time.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Monsters Lounge. I'm Jeni.
And I'm Tressa.
Yeah, you really are. What's going on, Tressa?
Oh, not much. Was I supposed to say something interesting here? Because I don't have anything.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure, so that was kind of just opening the door, like if you had something really TikTok-y, I guess, to say.
No.
I mean, I could tell you that they discovered yet another, ancient shark fossil.
Oh.
A new species in Mammoth Cave. Yet again, a lot of sharks coming at you from Mammoth Cave.
What?
This is a thing I said.
Why are there so many old, timey sharks in Mammoth Cave? Or their fossils, rather?
Well, you see, when Mammoth Cave, when the bedrock was being formed, it was the bottom of the seabed. The ocean was on top of it, so prehistoric sharks died there in an ancient giant shark battle.
Oh, okay, that's what I wanted to hear about.
Yeah. It was the battle of the big teeth and the little teeth.
Oh, did the big teeth win?
Yeah, they did. A lot of them fell, but a lot of them, came out victorious.
Brother against brother
in the shark wars of '08.
Oh, just a few years ago? Okay.
No.
8.
Yeah, 8.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, it was a terrible time. It was a time of heroes and a time of villains.
Yeah.
Epic songs were sung, poetry.
By sharks?
Yes.
They also had the gift of speech?
They could sing in the ancient days of yore.
Wow, I had no idea.
I know.
I don't know anything about sharks, apparently.
Yeah, well, listen, this is why when my book comes out, Jeni's History of Sharks, you'll need to read that. Or perhaps listen to the audio.
I'll listen to the audio, is what I'll do.
Yeah. I've got one all set for you. So we should maybe move on because I'm just going to keep making stuff up at this point.
No, I'm enjoying this, though.
This is how this evening was going. Shark armor, shark banners. Yeah. I have a bid in on eBay right now for a shark helmet.
An ancient one?
No, just a modern one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cast to look like one of the ancient shark helmets of yore.
Is it from one of those minor league football teams?
It is. It's actually it's just a helmet with a fin on it.
Well, now I have to go return your Christmas present, but whatever. Oh, that's fine.
I always ruin my own Christmases.
You're really good at that.
Yeah, I really, really am. Last year I set the tree on fire.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I mean, it was somebody else's tree in somebody else's house.
And it was just for fun. But yeah, I get it.
This is either so right or so wrong. I can't figure out which one it is.
I think it's the good one. I don't know which one that one is either.
We have a delightful human guest. That I'm very excited about because we've known her for 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah,
I think. And she's fantastic.
She is. We love her.
We love her. We love her so much. And I'm gonna, good Lord, I'm gonna mess up her last name.
On purpose?
Not on purpose, because I can already feel my brain trying to pronounce this name that I have.
Oh, honey.
Melissa Clevenger.
I think that's
Maybe
right.
if I slow down and I actually say it correctly.
Yes.
She's phenomenal. She's a paranormal investigator. She, is one of the lead investigators of Fox Valley Ghost Hunters. She's co-owner of Haunted Midwest Ghost Tours, and she's co-authored a book. Anyway, she's had these fantastic paracons for the past couple of years. The Great Lakes Paracon in Glenbeulah and Sheboygan. And she also owns property.
Mm-hmm.
So, without further ado, please help me welcome Melissa.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. And you said my last name right, so good job.
Hey,
yes.
look what
I
you
slowed
did.
down. I did it, you guys. I did it.
Yes.
I
You
slowed
also
down
said
and I worked
Glenbeulah
on it.
right.
I did.
You're doing good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and Sheboygan. I got all of it.
Got all of them. And I have no
so
shark
proud of you.
stories. So sorry.
Oh, yay,
Okay.
it is a show for me.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, shark.
Aficionados.
We'll get you. We'll get
try.
you next week or the week after. I'll get back in there sometime. Anyway, so okay, the first thing that I want to ask you about is having to do with me, because surprise, guys, it's a me episode.
Disagree.
I disagree. So last year at the Great Lakes Paracon, I got the chance to wander around the asylum with one of the lovely volunteers, the Sheboygan Asylum. And while I didn't encounter anything myself, because I never encounter anything myself, the person that I was with saw a shadow figure, saw me walk into a room and then see a shadow figure that was just about my height and very, very dark and slender follow me into the room. You were familiar with the asylum, obviously, and a little bit of its history and some of the apparitions there. What was this thing?
Well, so at the Sheboygan Asylum, we see so many shadow figures. We communicate with the same spirits, like occasion after occasion. So we're very familiar with them. They even tend to say like my name, like they'll say, "Hi, Melissa." So they've gotten to know us through the years, but it could be a number of spirits. I'm not positive.
Like which one?
But,
Specifics. I need names, details. Do you think
What's
he
his mom like?
Jeni wants to meet him.
Did you come from a good family, or?
I guess my first question would maybe be, what floor were you on when
Second
you saw
floor.
this? Second floor? Okay.
Yeah.
So second floor was more of the mentally disabled or challenged floor.
Okay.
And we tend to have different spirits on different floors. So we
That's so weird.
communicate, like, say on third floor, it used to be drug and alcohol unit. We'd get a spirit named Billy a lot. Second floor, we got Helen a lot. Sorry, that's not the one you saw.
Yeah.
So kind of like each floor has their own repetitive spirits that we get, which is really interesting. And we get intelligent responses, which you don't get everywhere you go. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, I don't have the name of the exact one you saw.
It's okay. It's okay.
I think we'll have to get you back in there maybe.
All right. I mean, yeah, for sure. But somebody else will have to be there because I won't see it. So
It'll all be behind you. They'll be dancing and flashing lights, and you'll be like, "What's happening?"
Probably, yeah. I'll be like, "Look, there's a butterfly." Like, yeah, easily distracted. So what is the history, a little bit of the history of the asylum? Because I
Sure.
keep saying the asylum, but people probably have no idea sometimes when I'm talking about it. I don't.
So the Sheboygan Insane Asylum, which was what it was originally called when it was first built, was built in 1939. It's 275,000 square feet. It had 4 floors. They had multiple, like it changed through the years, but they had geriatrics. They had the clinically challenged, I'll say, drug and alcohol unit. They actually had a school for kids that had behavioral problems. It was self-sustained, so they had their own water tower, their own fields where they grew their own crops. They had a store for shopping in, a barber shop. Like, you could do anything on the property. We started investigating it a little over 6 years ago, our team did, and we do tours every Friday and Saturday. So in the first 3 years, I honestly did every single Friday and Saturday, and it was about 18 hours a weekend. So I have a lot of time invested there.
Yeah. It's a beautiful building.
It really is. It really is.
It's reasonably well maintained for something that is, old and doesn't have a regular, staff there.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. And so now you investigate that with the Fox Valley group?
Yes. Yep. Fox Valley Ghost Hunters, Fox Valley Paranormal. Yep.
And you guys are still investigating there regularly?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Just for the listeners who happen to be near Sheboygan, go check it out.
You can see it yourself.
Yeah, it's a super, super cool building. What was the strangest experience that you had there?
Oh, I've had many. Let's see.
First one that pops into your brain.
Okay. One that I can tell is Craig and one of our investigators, Travis, they were in the lobby, and me and 2 other girl investigators, it was about 2 a.m. And we went up to the second floor where you saw your shadow guy. And we did a little mini investigation, no equipment. And we just asked a few questions. Almost immediately, there was right by us a loud scraping sound, like on the cement floor.
Ew.
And then a woman's scream that was so loud, it was like shrilling and echoing through the halls. It continued. The 2 girls left me there and took off for the lobby immediately. Took me a little bit to even comprehend what was happening. Finally, I ran to the lobby. This went on for, no joke, probably about 4 minutes. That scream did not stop. It did not break. We got to the lobby, and Craig and Travis were like, "What were you guys screaming about?" And we hadn't screamed at all. They heard it all the way in the lobby. So that one was crazy. It was probably weeks afterward, when I'd go to bed, I could still hear that scream. It was etched in my brain.
I don't like that. I don't want that in my head.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. So, and yet you continue to investigate.
Of course. That's the stuff I love.
Listen, I love that. No, I'm there 100%. Scream or not, I would just like some pals to be there with me and not leave me. Is all I'm saying.
Right?
Yeah.
Listen,
in their defense, they did come back for me, but
oh well, okay.
I mean, Tressa, I love you so much, and I would chase you through a lot of caves, and I would help you if you were injured somewhere.
Okay, what
but if there were a voice, a faceless scream,
she'd totally leave you behind.
I would absolutely, and I would probably push you down and then run.
Right.
To give myself some distance.
Use me as bait. I get it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'll remember that.
I mean, but if I didn't think so highly of you, I wouldn't be able to use you as bait. See, it's a compliment.
I don't know that it is.
I think it isn't. I think that was not. But also, so the Paracon was held at this really, really interesting location, which is a school that you co-own.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
And we will swing back right around to the school in a little bit because I do have questions about that. But I want to hear about the newer property that you guys have purchased.
All right. So this was back in December. Craig and I, so Craig is the founder of Fox Valley Ghost Hunters. We've co-wrote 3 books together. We own the Glen Beulah School. Well, now we bought 4 locations in Berlin. So it's actually a church, a school. So I have 2 schools, a rectory and a convent. So we got a total of 5 locations, which just keeps us very busy.
I would imagine so. How does this start? How do you go from investigating and being really interested in that to saying I would like to own a haunted location and all of the upkeep and repair that comes with that?
Well, one thing, I love the paranormal. You know, it's a part of my life, a part of who I am. I love the investigating part, but I also love restoring history, and I love the history of the places. So the restorations, that is really important to me. So the fact I can restore places, I can keep their history alive and investigate them, it's a win-win.
Yeah. Oh, I would imagine so. How do you hear about haunted places for sale, by the way? Are you just kind of Googling around?
Well, this location actually, Craig used to investigate it way back in 2011. So he investigated it for a few years and had incredible experiences. And obviously the property wasn't for sale for a long time. Well, then he heard about it being for sale, and it's a beautiful property, all of the buildings, and we just had to do it.
So you've obviously been in there investigated since the purchase, obviously.
I didn't do the prior because I wasn't part of the team, didn't know him back then.
Yeah.
So he told me the stories, but we did do an investigation before we did the purchase.
Oh, nice.
I like that. Was that the purchase was contingent on like the investigate? Like, let me investigate a little bit.
Yeah, we do have a lot of other plans that, you know, are haunted themed, but not necessarily completely paranormal. We want to do. We're working towards doing like haunted weddings. We're redoing the rectory and convent to make them like a haunted Airbnb.
So beautiful.
We've got all kinds of plans.
Okay. Nice. All right, so it wasn't contingent on the appearance of specters, shall I say? Okay.
Not completely.
All right. I just really like that part of writing into like an offer or like a contract. Like, listen,
can you imagine the bank?
Yes, seriously. It's a whole new level of home inspection.
Right.
Well, I think we have some more questions for you about that specific property after, but maybe take a break a little bit first.
Oh. Have you been feeling called to explore your intuitive gifts and deepen your spiritual practice? Then Pathways to Spirit was created for you. Sarah Lemos has been teaching Pathways to Spirit for over 16 years. In that time, she's watched hundreds of students grow into their gifts with confidence and clarity. This isn't just about learning tools. It's about understanding how your energy works and how to use it with intention. Over 6 months, you'll learn about your own intuitive abilities and how they show up, working with crystals, energy tools, dowsing rods, automatic writing, remote viewing, and a number of other tools. But this course is about more than just learning. It's about embracing your sensitivity and living your best life. Register now at mediumsarahlemos.com while there's still space. It's time to uncover your gifts and abilities. Are you ready to join this extraordinary journey?
Plus, she is so cool. She's just the coolest. Anyway.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. So, what is somebody has to, and please forgive my ignorance on this, which is a new song that I'm developing right now. But
It's really good.
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. You guys, rectory. What is a rectory?
So the rectory was actually where the priest lived. The convent is where the nuns lived. So
okay, all right. I'm up to speed. And don't give me that look, Tressa. I don't know what that I don't know what it is. Okay, so you have those buildings. What's the history of the place?
Oh, you had to ask that.
Yeah.
No. So it was actually, oh, shoot, 1 second. I'm sorry. It was built in 1908. It was called St. Joseph Church. It was built in 1908 and closed down in 1990 or 2002, I think it was. Okay. I don't have a ton of, we haven't owned it real long, so I'm still kind of like trying to learn all of my history, to be honest.
Sure. We don't need a full report,
Yeah, we're still digging into that. But I want to learn everything though, and just to restore it, but keep it as it's a beautiful property.
Yeah, I mean, we absolutely cannot wait to see it. Which you're going to be doing investigations there, like for the Paracon.
Yep, we'll have investigations at the Glenbeulah School. Adam Berry is going to be doing investigations at the Sheboygan Asylum, and we'll have investigations at our Berlin locations.
That is awesome. I like that there's options.
Lots of options.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, you're not going to get sick of one. Listen, Jeni probably has questions, but I want to hear stories. Do you have any good stories for us?
Yeah, I do. So originally, I'm going to go back to when Craig originally started investigating there. He was in the attic and they were communicating with somebody named David. He asked David, "How long have you been here?" And the response he got was before Earth and before time. So this,
that's scary.
Crazy, right?
Yes,
it's crazy. So we get very intelligent responses. That was 2011. So now fast forward to us buying the location. We went up to the attic and started asking questions, and sure enough, we got responses from David. And he said same thing. He said before Earth and before time again to us. He's pretty much the only person we get in the attic. So a lot going on upstairs with David. We're still learning. I don't know about the before Earth and before time. Like, who is he? What is he?
Right.
I want to talk to David a lot.
Absolutely.
He's got answers. Probably. Yeah, I don't know.
when you're doing investigations and stuff, how easy is it, especially with someplace like this, or how difficult is it to go back and look for a resident, a priest, someone named David there to try to get like a little like historical background just on the name? Like, is that something that is a reasonably easy search, or is it really difficult to do?
So we have been looking, Ashley, one of our investigators, she's doing a lot of historical research for us, which is wonderful. We appreciate her. She found a priest that was David that was there for about 24 years. However, we did go up and we asked, if this was the same David, and whoever's in the attic is not. I do believe the priest David is also in the rectory. So I think we're dealing with two Davids, but I don't know if we're dealing like with an elemental, or I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, it could be so many things, and none of them are bad or good or both. Or who knows with that description? Good Lord, that's terrifying and exciting.
But see, it is, but we don't feel anything bad there. So.
Okay, good.
Yeah, my head goes immediately to like perhaps, and maybe it was the conversation about like the asylum, but perhaps there is a ghost of someone who was a little bit mentally off kilter.
Could be.
You know, so like that's where I go immediately, and not necessarily to some sort of other spirit. So that's what I was wondering about, like the research aspect, is if you could, like, here there was a David and he was a little bit off.
But also, if you, I mean, okay, let's get philosophical. If you are on the other side and you have gone and lived on this planet multiple times, you know that you've existed well before this planet did. I'm just saying, they don't have to be mentally unwell to know that they've been around.
I didn't say that they had to.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean this as an argument. I'm just saying, you know.
It really sounded like, should we
Because
fight?
I'm really excited.
I've got a shark helmet coming.
I actually, thumbs up to you, I guess. I canceled that order, by the way.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Anyway, so back to it. So sometimes it's easy to do the research and you have somebody who's doing it, but we're dealing with two Davids.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, I do believe so. Yes. And my boyfriend, Chris, is actually doing the renovations, a lot of the renovations there. And about 2 Saturdays ago, we had some really crazy experiences. So this is going out of the attic. So now we're down to the downstairs. But he was doing renovations in the kitchen. And me and my friend Riley were actually there and we went shopping. Well, Chris heard me and Riley talking in the living room. And so he started answering me. So back and forth talking to me and Riley, he was asking questions, we were answering. And then he asked me something and I didn't respond. And he asked again. And then he went in the living room and realized nobody was there. He went outside and realized my car wasn't even there. There was nobody around. So he literally just had an entire conversation with nobody. But we have found that we have a mimic in the rectory. So it's happened a lot. But this was an entire conversation that he thought was us.
That's wild. A full conversation.
Yeah. After that, he was going to paint the wall. We were painting it black. He shook the can, he put it in the tray, got the paint on the paintbrush. It was clearly black. Goes to paint the wall and it painted clear.
What?
And he, did it again. The black's dripping off the paintbrush, goes on the wall. It was still clear. He went to another wall and then it painted black over there. And then after that, he was hearing voices and we always hear like glass breaking in there and people walking. And he ended up getting a little too freaked out and then he went into the church by himself.
Fair.
It was a little much.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
I have never even heard of anything like that. That is wild.
No. Yeah, the pain thing, I don't have an explanation, but so much crazy stuff happens there.
Well, apparently.
So did you ever manage to get it painted? Like, did that ever, or was it just like a complete block? Like, all right, we understand that you don't particularly want this painted, so we're just going to let it be.
It was on the next visit. It was able to paint fine. I don't like the thing where he was talking to us and all the stuff that was all in one day. So I don't know if it was just crazy energy that day.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? I think I'm done for the day.
Yeah. He pretty much gave up.
And he's never painted again since that day, 2 weeks ago.
Not alone, at least.
That's absolutely wild. So in my brain, mimics are kind of bad. Is this a thing? Am I making that up? They're like more malevolent than anything else.
I guess I've never thought of them bad.
I have no idea. Mind you, I don't know.
I've never thought of them bad.
I think, Jeni, what you're thinking of is doppelgangers, which I think are bad, and I don't even know that that's true. But I think that mimics are neutral, if anything.
Okay. Mind you, both bear in mind the fact that I am coming at it from, I don't know much about ghosts. I'm folklore and cryptids. So in that arena, if there's mimics, it's usually a bad thing.
Right, you're thinking
Right.
Appalachian.
Yeah, and I'm thinking skinwalkers and stuff and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. So in my head it is. So that's a genuine question. Are they, the mimics and doppelgangers and things like that, more malevolent, or is it less so? Tell me, experts on everything.
I would love other people's suggestions. I think in the ghost world, I don't see it as a bad thing.
Okay. And you'd probably get a feeling from it, right? You've been around and doing this long enough where you get feelings about what sort of entity that you're dealing with, right?
I mean, you can feel the energy around, and we do have good energy there. So I don't feel anything bad. A lot of them want to be heard. I would definitely say they want to be known that they're there. They're actively talking and walking around, and we can hear them.
Yeah. Okay, so that's primarily in the rectory. Have you had experiences in any of the other buildings?
Yeah, the church, the same thing. We hear a lot of voices, like in the upper balcony in the church. You can hear people walking around, like the floor creaking. Back when, this is going back to the 2011, but Craig actually captured a picture of a see-through girl at the water fountain, like a little girl, full dress, everything. And his entire life, like that is the only thing he's ever captured on camera like that. So
wow.
It's pretty cool to be able to see that water fountain still there and know that's where he captured that. And that was in the church, like the church school area.
Okay. All right. What about the convent? Have you had any experiences in there yet?
There has been some experiences in there. I honestly haven't investigated too much in there. We're full force in our renovations, and that one needs a little more work.
So the energy of the places, right, that you just mentioned, you spent a significant period of time in the asylum, in the school that we're still going to talk about, and the entirety of that. I'm just using the blanket term church now, church or rectory, whatever it is. Have you noticed, or is there a different kind of energy, say, there in a place that was more good, like more people coming to do good and to be there for the community, that sort of thing, a place that's a little bit more holy than, say, the asylum, where there's so much stored up like negative energy and whatnot? Is there a palatable difference for you when you're in these different places?
I would say yes, there is. You could, for me at least, I can definitely feel a different energy. And it's completely different at the Glenbeulah School also. So I know we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but the Glenbeulah School, it's more tons of activity, but it's more light, cheery, like energy, and like just a light lifting energy. At the rectory and church, it can feel a little heavy. I mean, it's, like I said, there's nothing bad there. And then the same thing at the asylum, I feel a completely different energy there. So it's just really interesting how different places. And then sometimes the energy in a room can completely shift. So just all of a sudden it can just change.
Yeah. Oh, that's wild. That is super, super interesting. Well, we can certainly talk about like the school a little bit, because it kind of fits under this whole umbrella, especially of places that you've investigated a great deal and places that very soon a lot of people will have a little bit more access to.
Yeah, let's do that right after this quick message.
For those of you naysayers, I want you to know how much I appreciate how many of you grabbed a hold of my small package after last week's show. It is out and available. You can get both of my books, The Other Side, A Guide to the Paranormal and Ghost Hunting, and my brand new book, Theater of the Mind, Tales from the Darkness. Both books are out. One, of course, kind of a how-to ghost hunt book, and the other story book of strange supernatural occurrences all around the world. You can get your hand on my small package by just ordering it right off of my website. You can go right to paranormal60.com, scroll down on the front page there, or go to the shop and scroll down and you'll see our book bundle. And I was so humbled by the fact of how many men put their hands on my small package at the end of last week's show and bought it. It was great. It made me feel loved and wanted. I'm not going to lie.
We need a new commercial from that human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get stories from the school.
All right. So like I said, the energy at the school, it's a light. It's very active, but it's more cheerful. We get a lot of audible voices there. So, a lot of places how you have to use a voice recorder and listen to your voice recorder to actually hear voices, or on ghost boxes. Here at the school, at the Glen Beulah School, I actually hear a lot of audible voices. So we'll hear a little girl laughing, or, we'll say like, hi to you, and lots of footsteps, lots of banging. We've actually heard like basketballs bouncing in the gym. Lots of shadow figures, so you might like it there, Jeni.
So, I won't see them. So.
You like those.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a wonderful place. I love it. But
I've wondered, like as far as schools go and encountering spirits there, again, in my head, I would think that there would need to be some sort of catastrophe for a school to be populated by children ghosts, right? Yeah. Tell me how I'm wrong on that, because I feel like it's not correct.
Actually, that's a great thing to bring up. I actually talk about this every time we do tours. I kind of explain this. So I believe that tragedy does not have to happen for a place to be haunted. A lot of times with schools, it might be where they spent their most time. They might have had their best memories, whether that's somebody who worked there or a student. But it could just be a place they were happy or had lots of memories. So it doesn't have to be that a bad tragedy has to have something happen there. Also, I know that, they know that we're trying to communicate with them. So if they want to tell their stories or just, communicate with us, I think they are there for that. I do not believe anybody's stuck there. I will say that.
Okay. I like that. Well, obviously I would like that a little bit more than some sort of idea of child tragedy, but
yeah.
You're always talking about how much you love child tragedy all the time. I'm like, Jeni, you need to... It's too much.
I do have that second book coming out.
It's a joke book.
I can't even finish that.
You're awful. I can't. How do you even like?
I don't know. I have to live with me.
Terrible.
No, I like that, because that kind of that says like, oh, hey, when you pass, like your favorite place, like you just go hang out there.
Yeah, why else would you come here? If you know that you're dead, you can go anywhere. You're not going to go to the sad place. You're going to go to the place where you have great memories.
Well, I'm thinking about like the spirits and whatnot that don't necessarily know that they can go anywhere.
Right, but there's more than one kind of spirit.
Right, I know.
Lots of different knowledge.
I'm not referring to the ones that are just like, we're just going to come visit from the other side every so often. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm totally making a lot of sense in my ghost knowledge right now.
Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing great work. Okay, so that's okay. So if ghosts aren't tied to a specific area, nobody's trapped there. Why would places like the asylum be haunted? Because that would not seem like the place that you would want to go hang out.
I mean, the same thing there. They might have spent a big majority of their life there.
Okay. So like something that you know rather than something that you don't know.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, obviously we don't know all
a survey of all of the ghosts that we know.
Right.
I like that you're asking my questions now. I'm going to ask an impossible question for you to answer. So, exactly what did they eat for their last meal before anyone found them?
Oh dear.
Also, what was their cat's name? Hey, I have another question. I'm just giving you a hard time. Listen. Sorry, I love you.
That is accurate. Thank you.
Yeah, because there's listen, I don't think, and I'm just gonna speak out of turn here. I don't think that, like with the asylum, that those people may be trapped. Maybe they're not. Who knows? Sometimes, you know what? Nostalgia is stupid. You get nostalgic for stuff that really sucked because your brain is dumb. Who knows? You're welcome.
Heard it here first, everybody. Nostalgia is stupid.
Prove me wrong.
All right. Bringing it back. All right. What other kind of stories do you have for us? I know that there is for sure. Oh, and we definitely want to get to this one because you've recently had an experience that was not in any of those three places, and I'm so excited for Tressa to hear the story. So please
tell this story now.
All right, this is one for you. Okay, so the story I'm going to tell has actually happened to me twice in less than 6 months. And I have no explanation. So it was about mid-February. My boyfriend and I decided we were going to go. He lived in La Crosse, and we were going to go to the casino in Wisconsin Dells and meet his brother there. It was an hour and a half drive, about an hour and 45-minute drive. It was winter time, so a little snowy. And on the way there, an hour and a half, hour and 45-minute drive, I had plenty of time to come up with crazy topics. So none other than Bigfoot I started to talk about. And I was telling him about a dream that I had where Bigfoot was actually talking to me, but it was like telepathically. And he was explaining to me how we never see him. So basically he was explaining to me how he jumps between dimensions.
Yeah.
And yes. So we talked about that the entire way to the casino, basically, about different dimensions. Then we were at the casino, and 12:34 a.m. was when we left. We got to the car. Chris texted his brother 12:34. So we have a timestamp to let him know that we were leaving. The roads were bad. It was snowy. Like I said, it would be about an hour and 45-minute drive. We started driving, and we decided to kind of take the back roads because of the roads being bad. So we were driving right along like Fort McCoy, so kind of Army base stuff. And we had one conversation we talked about, and all of a sudden I said to Chris, I said, "Is that exit 5? And he's like, "Yeah, well, exit 5 was for home." And he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Look at the time." And remember, we left at 12:34 a.m. He looked at the time, and it was not even 30 minutes had passed.
What?
And he didn't still quite seem surprised. He didn't get it. He thought that the clock broke in the car. And I said, "No, look at your phone." His phone had the same time. We got home. So we left at 12:34 a.m. We got home at 1:34 oh wait. So it took us like a half an hour to get home. There is absolutely no way possible that could happen. For one, there was snowy roads.
Right.
I even did the research. Like, I looked it up because I've just been racking my brain about this because I can't explain it. In order to make it home that quick, I would have had to have driven 184 miles an hour. In the snow, I can tell you, I probably wasn't going the speed limit. I have no explanation. I mean, we've talked about it. We go on trips and I'll say like, oh, could we just time warp? And, nothing happens. Like,
you manifested it.
I keep thinking. So that happened. We told people about it. My brain is just, I can't understand it. I don't know how it happened.
When you did research about it, did you find any other instances like that?
I've heard stories. I would love for people, to discuss it more. Like, I would love a further discussion. It just blows my mind. Like, I deal with ghosts. I had this happen. Yeah. So fast forward to this last Saturday. So just this past Saturday, we had scavenger hunts at the Berlin, our locations in Berlin. That is an 1.5-hour drive for me. So we were there, did the investigations. Right before we left, I was actually messaging somebody about vendor spots for our upcoming conference. Got to throw that in. So I was talking to her. So I have, a timestamp on my phone of 12:34 a.m. 12:34 a.m. Just want to make sure I have my times right. It's on my phone. I know what time we left. We got in the car then, and I even said it's 12:34. I'm like, we're not going to get home until after 2 a.m. We start driving, and right away there was a deer, and Chris yells, he goes, "Watch out, there's a cow." And then he was like, a deer. And we're laughing. So he said a cow. We're laughing. Yeah. And I said to him, I'm like, "You are so lucky we didn't hit that deer." I said, "I was looking for a cow." And so we laughed about that for a little bit. And then there was a meteor that I saw coming down diagonal from the sky. It was like big and kind of greenish looking. And I said, I'm like, "Do you see that meteor?" So we talked about that for a second, and instantly it was our exit for home. And I was like, oh my God, that's our exit for home. And at this time it was 1:34 a.m. The road from Berlin, the highway, had road construction the entire way with 55 miles an hour, where it was typically 70 miles an hour. So that 1.5-hour drive should have taken us longer. We made it home at 1:34 a.m., exactly 1 hour. So about 40 minutes of time we lost. And I messaged my team members that were at Berlin the second I got home. So, I've got like these timestamps on my phone. I can prove my times. I don't know. I'm at a loss, but it is crazy. It is crazy.
Green UFO is teleporting you to a little bit close to your exit.
Right?
Or the cow deer has something to do with it. Or
might be a combination.
Yes. Maybe the cow deer was in the UFO. What? Maybe.
So 2 times in less than 6 months. I don't know if you call it time warp or time lapse. I don't know, but it's crazy. I am going to start writing down, what time I leave, everywhere I go. Because who's to say this doesn't happen more? These are the times that I just specifically knew.
Right. Like how often do you just space out when you're driving at night and you don't even realize, and you're like,
lose an hour of time.
Yeah. I would notice, but what? That's and you left it 1, 2, 3, 4. So that numbers.
True.
Yeah. And now, was it the same time for both ones, or did I?
It was very close. So the first one, I might have said it wrong. We left at 12:13 a.m.
Okay.
All right. The first one. The next one was 12:34 a.m. Both of them we would have gotten home, right around 2, which is interesting. Another, I guess, interesting thing before the Berlin one, when we were at the church, somebody mentioned a town, and I looked at Chris and I was like, isn't that the town that we time warped in? And it wasn't. But we talked about that then. So it was interesting that we talked about it and then it actually happened again. So, and the time before we talked about, on the way there, we talked about, Bigfoot in different dimensions. So I don't know if I'm trying to come up with like links and things in common.
Right.
And
I don't know.
Something to ponder.
I'm waiting for Tressa to come up with some kind of link, of course.
I'm just gonna say a bunch of random stuff and you're gonna make that face.
What face?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. I like that. That's my signature face.
Only when I'm talking. Listen,
Not just you.
That's so fascinating. Wait, this wasn't the same route both times, was it?
It was not.
Okay, that's even crazier. Like, if it was the same route, I'd be like, okay, here's the answer. It's the fort that you passed.
Yeah,
they're doing
completely different routes. I did wonder that, but this was a completely different area, different path, going to a different house.
So what if you guys just texted each other, like one of you text the other, like whenever you leave someplace?
Yeah. And what was so interesting that the 2 times this happened, we just happened to text. So we knew to the minute.
Yeah.
Obviously not knowing this was going to happen, but
right.
Someone was like, listen, you need to remember this time. Don't forget to text someone right now so you don't forget.
One of my friends actually said that not only to put down the time, but maybe I should like take a picture of my mileage anytime I go like on longer trips, because what's happening with this mileage? Like, if I'm losing an entire hour of time.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Yeah,
but also now your album's going to be full of speedometer.
Right?
Odometer. No, I don't want to do that.
But it would be so fascinating if I actually was able to.
Yeah. I want charts and a PowerPoint presentation by Glenn Beulah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna need that. We're gonna need graphs and all of that. Tell us, Tressa, do you have any more questions about this?
No, I was gonna say, listen, we love Glenn Beulah is one of our favoriteest cons to go to. Tell everyone why it's so great and what to expect in a few weeks.
Absolutely. So it's the Great Lakes Paranormal Conference. It's in Glen Beulah, Wisconsin. So this is from September 12th through the 14th. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you get VIP tickets, we have an awesome VIP kickoff party Thursday night during the conference. We've got amazing people. We got amazing vendors. So we have yours truly. They're going to be there. We've got Dave Schrader as a speaker, Chet Lindbergh, John Tenney, Shane Pittman, Susan Slaughter, Aaron Sagers, Adam Berry, Heather Taddy, Gavin, Paula Kelly, Richard Estep, Lori Ann, and Chad Lewis. So we've got an amazing lineup. We also have workshops during it that you can go to. And at nighttime, obviously, we have our fun investigations. We also are having Friday night at Harbor Lights Bar. We're having with Aaron Sagers and the celebrities. We're having a spooky trivia, and then also karaoke. So we'll have karaoke and stuff. And there's tickets for that. You guys have to be there. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Wait, which bar is that? Which one is that we go to?
Oh, that one is not the same one.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, why am I blanking? But we'll go there Saturday night.
Okay, good.
Deal. Okay. That sounds fantastic. We're going to have a great time. Where can they find tickets?
So it is Great Lakes Paranormal Conference. We do have right now an amazing offer. You can actually buy one ticket, get one half off. And then you can also get a free month of Beacon TV, which is Shane Pittman's streaming network. So we're giving that with your tickets. So buy one, get one half off tickets. Best place would probably be to go to our Fox Valley Ghost Hunters Facebook page. I have Haunted Restorations and Investigations and Events, that Facebook page, or just the Great Lakes Paranormal Conference Facebook page. So the links are on there.
And this, the website's in the show notes if you don't remember. So go to the show notes to buy your tickets, like right now, and see us there.
Right now.
Yeah, you're going to have a great time. We, of course, will be the VIPs at the VIP party.
That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure we talked to Melissa about that earlier.
That's right.
Yep.
We'll be wearing tiaras.
Exactly. Tiaras.
Oh, you guys better.
Well, now we've roped ourselves in. Okay, so we will be dressed fancy and wearing tiaras. I'm roping us in for the fancy.
Okay.
Maybe I'll wear a tiara too.
Yes.
We'll just do it together.
Yeah, you need a full crown. Plug.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. We'll
With
get
the
you one of those scepter things so you can just
Hit
bop
people
on the head. That's the only thing we should.
Because everybody's gonna want to come to that.
Yes.
Listen, better you hold it than me, because that would be
It's true.
getting in so much trouble with that thing.
She's
All
scary.
right. I am. That's all right.
Listen, this has been delightful. Thank you so much for coming here and telling us stories. It was so fun.
Thank you guys. I loved it. Always wonderful talking to you both.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to see you soon.
Yes.
Everybody else.
So loud.
No, I'm not. Go to our website, monstersloungepodcast.com, and see that our merch is there. Oh, and also, wait, real quick.
That's right. We totally forgot to talk about it.
Yeah.
Guys, our Patreon.
This Thursday, guess what dropped? Wow, that's exciting.
That
You
is
can
so
listen to a whole new podcast, and you can find it on our website, monstersloungepodcast.com, and email us and stuff and everything else. Hey, thanks. We love hearing from people. Okay. Hey. Thanks for visiting the Monsters Lounge.